Hey everyone, it's time to start the show. Welcome to my new art stream. It's me, Master Fran, here with a new fantastic art stream. It's a nice Saturday afternoon, or at least, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Chicago time. It's a Saturday afternoon. I want to do this in the morning, but, it's better now than never. And I'm here just doing basically just whatever I need to work on, fiction stuff and all that. And I'm gonna do something slightly different tonight. What I'm actually gonna do is put myself on a timer. So, for this stream, I'm gonna see about doing 2 hours of working on this commission. And then 2 hours of working on pixel art, and that'll be a nice way to kind of just block in my day and just have things done. So that's pretty much is what I'm up to right now. It's just working on a whole new bout of stuff. Really, it's not that new. It's just working on the same projects that I've always been working on. Just get that done, and it should be good. So, how's everyone been so far? Because I've been A-okay. I mean, since last stream, not much has really changed. I've been, working on. I've mostly been in a slight burnout. I'm gonna be straight with you. I've kind of just been slightly down about my work. I decided, okay, let me just seal some victories, do actual physical sketching in my sketchbooks, scan them, upload them, post them, and try to be less critical about my own work. One big thing that I've been struggling with is not being so absurdly critical about my own work. And it's been me kind of meditating on the fact that make this a flat. No, this will be flat. Yeah, flat. Yep, sorry about that. I can't talk and art at the same time. I want to make a whole new save just so I can get this all down. And yeah, currently I've kind of just been figuring out my personal skills in life and figuring out what I do specifically. I know between most of my stuff, hey Berto, how's it going? Nice to see you. I'm currently working on your commission right now and just getting that done and waxing poetic about artwork and things like that, but thanks for stopping by. So what was I saying about just posting and things like that? So I've been, I guess, in a bit of a slight, I don't know if I can say burnout or rut. Which brush is this? This is a thick line brush. Okay. Oh yeah, I should probably talk about my new pixel avatar as well. I have another, or at least I modified another VTuber avatar on Hong, where basically I have a new pixel art thing, and that's my general avatar for just everything. It's a modified version of my just general Twitter avatar. Probably seen it practically everywhere, but I figured, okay, let me just add some lip flats to this, and it should be slightly different. It's not perfect though. Pixel art is, not synced. Plus, I'm trying to figure out why there's a weird border around this stupid around this stupid app, and it's kind of been driving me a little nuts. So it's neither here nor there, and I'm figuring out my stream stuff as I go. So if you're seeing a weird little line, just know it's because my stupid avatar is just being like that. But anywho, what have I been also doing for the past few days since I last streamed is, well, I mean, I've been not that busy, but mostly writing. I think that's probably just the most notable thing is I've been writing stuff. Writing, drawing, this aliased, but I've been writing and drawing and kind of just figuring my way through, I suppose, my projects. I've been trying to just get myself to stay productive enough to not feel bad over my week, and it's alright. I get things kind of done, I get writing done, and I spend most of the day completely doubting that my writing's even working. I struggle with words, and I'm seeing other writers being like, oh, I had to belt out 8,000 words in that day, and meanwhile I'm barely scraping past 50, and it's humiliating, I'd say. The fact that I keep hoping that I could be a slightly better comic artist and writer and things like that, and it's not clicking as much as, well, drawing is. And I shouldn't be comparing my writing to drawing, because I don't write as much as I draw, on a regular basis. It's clearly me kind of just having little corners of world building every now and then, and little blurs of kind of just captions on Twitter and blog writing, which, I'm slowly kind of like wondering if it's actual writing, if I'm just blogging all the time and talking about my life and struggling to write even that. So it's kind of just one of those things where I'm kind of just, I've been in a giant ponder. Like, I've been in ponder mode for most of the week, and I try not to. I think half the reason why I kind of stopped streaming for most of last year was because of this exact thing, is having that constant self-doubt and having a lot of self-doubt in your own work, whether whether the plan that you want to do is correct, whether you're going in the right direction, all that inside self-doubt things. I mean, I totally go through self-doubt. I mean, that's typical for most artists. Most artists are miserable motherfuckers because we have unreasonable standards, or at least I have unreasonable standards. I completely will shit on myself at first opportunity. People will have their haters, but no one's a bigger hater than, an artist. Art guys have to work really hard to not hate themselves. And, I'm going to therapy to do this exact thing. Do this, try not to completely self-doubt myself, and try to be remotely positive about the things that I do in my life. And doing the stream, for example, is one of them. I had no real inclination to stream today. I was not really in the mood. I woke up and I kind of just want to spend the day just, not streaming. Probably gonna edit scans, work on not art, and that was pretty much was gonna be the plan. It was just edit maybe some scans that are in my archive, maybe color something, and generally just continue to be directionless for like most of the week. And I'm like, no, I should work on that commission for Roberto. You know, I actually have things to do. There's projects on my plate. I still have things to do. I have background stuff to polish. I still have a story of Black Mass that I still need to write. I still have to still need to talk with Adam about how Nad's AI is gonna work, like one of the bosses and stuff like that. Still need to do that. I could dive more into some background stuff with Unity, and gotta just take more time learn the game engine, then just test out some background stuff, because once again, like Adam has told me that there have been a few issues with the backgrounds that I've made, so I need to take some time to address that. So that's neither here nor there, and it's not as if I don't have things to do in my life, so in my day. So I gotta kinda just tell myself that you can work on stuff. It's not like you're completely helpless. And I think I messed up this line. Yeah, I think this line's a 5, which makes sense. Probably. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying not to get so self-conscious about like, oh, what I'm working on is kind of boring, because I mean, people watch it. I mean, I have objective truth that people do watch these streams. It's not like I'm talking to a void. So thank you everyone for stopping by, and anyone who's interested in doing art and watch a person do art, pick up a few techniques, and you'll probably just learn how to do half the stuff that I'm doing, because that's basically just what I do is or basically what you do is you would probably just learn from other artists and kind of figure out, okay, what techniques work, what don't work, what can I do with my own artwork to improve it, or what's a problem that another artist has solved that I've been having. And that's usually just how you learn how to do art, is you put in the work, you use that knowledge that you gained from seeing other artists work, and kind of just say, okay, yes, this is a sensible way to do it. And I personally haven't been doing that as often as I should. Personally, I've been just muddling about and constantly in my own head. That's the nature of me in my life, is I'm always in my head for literally no reason. I am a weird, well, no, it's not completely my own reason. The main thing that kind of stops me is that I am a moderately smart person, or at least a moderately thinking person, I think. Therefore, I am. So, one giant thing that I do a lot is I'm constantly considering design and thinking about much stuff as possible. Like, say this background, for instance. I'm trying to figure out, okay, what colors are going to be here that are going to be relevant. Well, since this is supposed to be the 5 what's it called? The 5 colors of Magic the Gathering. I should at least tilt it towards Magic the Gathering style colors. And flatting and changing up the colors also exposed me to, you know, misgiving, messed up lines and things like that, like this. Like, I feel like I have completely messed up this line art, so I need to clean it up. Otherwise, things will just be, you'll just have a giant splotch of gray here. And honestly, it's not bad that there's a giant splotch of gray here, because, you know, you can color it. It's not like, it's not the end of the day if you make a mistake with your art. One thing that I've been struggling with is accepting that I do make mistakes. I'm not a completely flawless dude. Just, I gotta accept myself for the most part. That's a difficult thing to just learn. It's just learning to accept yourself and your flaws and your shortcomings. And a lot of just doing art is that meditation of what you're doing, how you're doing it, how you're designing art. What does it mean to be drawing? And it's a journey that you can't really do. Well, I mean, you can do with others, but you know, there's a far enough extension to it that, you know, at the end of the day, you're gonna end up doing it alone, because at the end of the day, only you know what you really want to do with your life. So, as cool as doing all that is, still gotta figure that out. I could probably get rid of these. Heck yeah. 'Cause I'm just gonna have this here. So yeah, plan with this is to kind of just block in the shading, block in just the core colors, I'd say. And you know, this what's her name? This character, Atraxia, she's a mostly white color, so it's not too difficult. There are some spots of gray. I could probably work with that a little. Plus, the donut here looks alright. Let me see if I can't clear out the donut. There we are. What color do I have it? You know, I'm still not used to working completely without the without my UI. Like, I can do it to an extent, but there's still some shortcuts that I don't remember off the top of my head that aren't on the fingers that I still need. So I guess I still need my training wheels. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's a little quote-unquote VTuber, and it's mostly my solution to solving my webcam problem, and it's been turning pretty well. I'm still like figuring out the foibles, like some of the so there's this weird outline over here, and it's been a bit of a pain in the butt to figure out why on earth this outline is here, but I figured, you know what, it's a long process of learning this, so I'm gonna, you know, just have that there. At least I have my pixel avatar working, plus, you know, I got my lip flaps going, so that's pretty cool. This software, it's a software called Honk, and basically it's a software that goes off of, I think, the tone of your mic, or maybe, well, I think it's a, you know, it detects how you speak with the microphone. It doesn't, like, it's not on your webcam like most other VTuber software, and it's been pretty cool with that. So I've been just using this for, I'd say, the past week or so, just futzing about in Han. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. I want to make, well, more characters like this, or at least kind of like have a more robust thing, because I mostly just put in the lip flaps and that's about it. Like, I didn't really put in any like bigger emotions, because it does have features where you can do other emotions, but it's just I basically just modified my initial avatar on like Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. So yeah, that's neither. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the gist of it. You know, it's funny though. I did find out what's wrong with my webcam, and you know, I'm still. Now my webcam, I still know exactly what's wrong. It just fizzles out whenever. Sometimes it'll work on stream, other times it won't. But I figured, you know what? I still have the pixel art thing working. So for now, I'm just gonna rock the little pixel guy. And you know, that'll just be my new thing for the streams these days. Just have a little pixel fella. And I'm just gonna do cool stuff. It's probably not gonna be that significantly cool, but yeah, I know what I mean. So yeah, today is basically just a lazy Saturday where I just do stuff. You know, today is me kind of just vegging and meditating about life. You know, it's kind of just one of those things where you're seeing your own work and trying to figure out, okay, why am I doing this? What design philosophy am I hitting by working on this specific? And it's not 100% perfect. I'm seeing tangents all over the place, but I do my best to, like, okay, little lady, probably like put you right here. Alright. Maybe like far background. Far back. That'll work. We could probably just get this. Okay, so there's a surprise blob. I don't like that. Luckily, I can fix you. Yeah, I think I've been really experimenting with stuff when it comes to working on this. And I've been really experimental with this piece because this is still the opposite of how I usually work. Usually I would like have my comic coloring style. And this is similar to my comic coloring style, but I usually will use a much thicker brush overall. Plus, there's a whole bunch of, you know what? Let me hide the, yep, I knew it. Oh, there's still a whole bunch of line art stuff that, you know, still kind of bothers me. And honestly, I should just paint over this. Like, there's literally nothing stopping me from just painting over my weird flat colors here. And I've also been kind of just existential about just the way I tackle my digital art style. And this digital art style is sort of different than my traditional art style as to me doing completely different stuff here. And another thing that I'm kind of like trying to tackle is just making sure that gradient. Just doing some little things where I have like a bit of a gradient here, and also experimenting with other brushes here. And they like doing some stuff where I just have a basic gradient. And it's not perfect. Like my computer really lags these brushes, and it drives me batty most times because I can make one long stroke and it will take forever to just get through the stroke, and it's like, oh wow, this just doesn't work. Oh, hey Bertopian, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by the stream. It's a nice Saturday morning, and I'm working on a big old commission here, and just doing some waxing poetic about just art and art life, and kind of just shooting the shit. I've been kind of just figuring out little stuff with Clip Studio Paint to kind of just figure out, alright, am I the problem, or is it that I just don't understand the software enough? And it's a little bit of both. Like, if I put in more time to just grind in Clip Studio Paint, to just spend more time just digitally drawing in general, like, I feel like I would have a much happier time with my artwork overall. So there are just these tiny like tech things that really just bother the crap out of me. And the fact that I'm using a fairly large brush, which is roughly the size of like one of my Copic marker nibs. Like this, maybe at a smaller, like this is roughly the size of my Copic markers, and yet it feels slow to draw in, and that drives me batty. Like, I feel like whenever I'm drawing in my Copic markers, it's zip, 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 no problem. And while I'm using too large of a brush with some Copics, like it's not all Copics, or it's not like all the brushes, but I think at a large enough stance, it just gets real bothersome. What I'm trying to do is do something similar to Atraxia's wings. She has this wing setup where things are shaded, and I'm trying to like experiment with this Copic brush, kind of just sketching that and see what I can do in it. And it drags it a lot. Like, I feel like it's really dragging it. Yeah, I'm using a Wacom Cintiq. It's a 13X. It's one of the newer ones, but I use a Wacom Cintiq. I've been using it for 5 years. No, it's 7 years now. And I've gotten it to a point where I'm not hating it. Like, there are still some things that do frustrate me about using Wacom stuff. Like, again, having the brush any larger than maybe like this, and it just gets to be a problem. So I also want to blend just a little bit more, just so. Because right now I want the light coming from top down. Oh, dang it. Yeah, the lag does just drive me nuts. And if I had a larger machine, I could mitigate that lag. But, that's neither here nor there. I don't have the cash for that. But, that's, a few things with Copic, or at least not Copic, the, drawing into digital, that doesn't make me as happy drawing digitally compared to maybe anyone else drawing digitally. So currently what I'm doing right now, for anyone who's, you know, not in the know, for those who are still learning art, is I'm currently just doing some basic ambient shading. So yeah, the shading the wings, giving it a slight hard line, because I feel like from what I see from the wings here, I feel like there's like that there's a hard edge, like it feels like a harder edge at this spot. That's kind of just what I'm doing. Like, this is better, where you're seeing a slight line to this. And everything else is kind of shiny. Like, it's more of a gradient I'm seeing from this. Like, there aren't specific hard, there aren't hard color breaks with this. Yeah, because from what I am seeing from this artwork, it's more of a lighting change than a color change. So that's kind of just what I'm seeing from the wings. Oh yeah, Wacom's are heckin' expensive, but luckily, well, no, not super luckily. I mean, I blow my tax returns on like getting these expensive electronics. I blew my last 2 tax returns on getting an iPad, and I blew, well, one of my earlier tax returns on getting this Wacom Cintiq. And I think the rest of my tax returns have been to just spending money on like the larger cons, like Anime Central and things like that. Which I did make a killing at, so it's not like it's not like it was a bad idea to do these cons, so, you know, as high as that buy-in is, I don't regret doing it. Like, I made bank at Anime Central. Like, I made more money at Anime Central than I did 2 weeks in my day job, so it's like, you know, I hope I could have more days like that, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. You know, you gotta work your way to the top, and me, like, making that income is a result of, I'd say, the last maybe 10 years of just working at it. Like, now you see the success now, but you're also not seeing the years of struggle, the years of taking a day job, the years of completely doubting yourself. And, you know, it's easy to take for granted that you're not as good as you think so. Yeah, like you said before, down here, there is SalukiCon, and you just gotta travel far. Well, you can get a refurbished or used one, so you can market for them. Yeah, you can get a refurbished tablet. I usually don't get refurbished items, because I think I for some reason just feel like it's sketchier. I think the initial time that I bought my tablets, I didn't want to get refurbished ones because I was a little sketchier. I think now I'd get a refurbished tablet because, you know, I'm not as I guess absurdly elitist about it. I don't know, it's weird. Like, at the time I wasn't too happy about refurbished stuff, but I think I'd probably consider more refurbished things. I've actually been looking up finding Herman Miller office chairs on Craigslist to see if anyone's selling those, because I've been feeling a bit of backache from working on, you know, computer stuff in my office, and my current office chair is garbage. Like, there's a slight lean to it. I can't lean back on it, or I can't stop it from leaning back because it will not stay down. I think the thing is busted. I can't keep it stiff enough to just sit down and draw on the tablet. I'm just here, working at it. Okay, I still need to remodify it. It feels sloppier, but it's slightly working. Plus, I'm also trying to force myself to not be anal about being 100,000% clean with the shading and coloring. Like, I'm trying to get myself to just realize, hey bro, you know, it's just drawn, bro. You don't have to be super clean at everything. And kind of just getting myself to be more lax about how I draw. And hopefully I can get out of my own head about finishing artwork. And I can actually be like all the other artists who can just belt out a freaking full painted piece in an afternoon. Because I'm always just jelly of people who are just able to do that. Kind of just working at this, and this is a nice way to kind of just blend colors here, because shading's supposed to be from top down. Oh yeah, roughness. Yeah, roughness is a style, and I'd say positive that people give me with my art style is that it's clean. That's good, but I feel like it's, for the expense of being clean, it feels sterile. Like, I feel like my artwork's sterile compared to my traditional art. And I try my best to be a stupid word to say de-sterilize, but something that's the opposite of sterile, maybe fertilize my art. That sounds weird. That looks alright. I'm trying to figure out cool ways to kind of just mix the colors. Give it a nice flowy mix. Maybe I'm just spending too much time on this. Let's just work on the body some more. Just find the body. Find the body. Tighten as much of the this top spot as possible. Get the basic clothes rings. That should look decent. And that way, things will just tighten up to be much better. I love how you put the donut out there. Yeah. It's so this commission's actually a big send up to my other Pastry Cat artwork. And since I had a Pastry Cat artwork thing, I have my commission where they basically made a Pastry Cat Magic the Gathering characters. So I don't know if you play a Magic the Gathering, but what that donut is actually this. So it's kind of just me having a clever take on this staff here. So let me see if I can't zoom in. So you can see this funny little combination of this the Phyrexian symbol. I think that's how it's pronounced. And this funny little donut. And I'm gonna add a few more things to this donut. Probably add some more sprinkles and add many more stuff. So that's gonna be, it's coming. It's coming along, and you know, as long as I keep plugging away at it, I can make it happen. So I work hard to just get that going. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you added your own style. I like it. Yeah, thank you. So basically, working on this has been slow. I've been trying to just work a little faster at it, and I do feel guilty whenever I take breaks. It's weird, but I'm trying to not feel absurdly guilty for taking breaks. Like, I can get it done whenever I get done. It's just, you know, since I have day job time, yeah, I'm not like super. I am in a slight deadline. Like, I'm off work right now, like on summer vacation for my day job. So I want to make that time worth it. So that's kind of just how I do it. Is I do this and I try to just do as much of it as I can. Alright. And tighten this line because it's shading. It's under the shading for the most part. Get rid of this. And put more of the shading there. I kind of just tighten the shading all over and just try and get as much as you can and get as much as you need. This is actually supposed to be see-through as well. Like, boom. This is supposed to be more of a see-through thing. And then works more like a probably like a bone puppet, sorta. Oh, what I draw? Okay, I know what that is. Okay. Oh yeah, my client's in the chat right now, so I mean, you can always like chat with him about how cool I am. But yeah, my client's in the chat, and you know, you all can talk amongst yourselves about just cool artwork and just cool gaming news, I suppose. Or some cool gaming news. Has anyone like seen the new like Super Mario Wonder and stuff like that? Because, you know, it's looking pretty great. It's a nice step up from New Super Mario Bros. Like, it looks like, you know, they're trying something different, and it's actually the video game where Mario's on drugs. Like, there's been, after so many years of people making jokes that Mario's on drugs, here we have an actual video game where Mario is legit on drugs, or at least everything looks like it was probably on drugs. And Nintendo's just like, okay, we're just gonna flat out just make it so Mario trips the fuck out everywhere. So, oh yeah, Super Mario Wonder. And of course, Mario turns into an elephant. He's Elephant Mario. Funniest shit ever seen. You know, and that's just the reaction that most people online just have, is like, Mario turned himself into an elephant. Funniest shit ever seen. That's kind of just one of those things. I might play it. I've kind of not been playing a lot of Mario games. I've been playing mostly Zelda at the moment. Still playing Tears of the Kingdom. And it's been pretty good. I completed the map. Or at least I got all the towers in the map, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm actually going to be doing the main story, because I've been just spending all the time ignoring the main story. And I've mostly just been gliding all over the place using the constructs. The constructs, at first I thought the constructs were just going to be a big pain in the ass, and eventually I got more into using them and stuff like that, and it got easier to use, especially since when you get the auto build, it makes it so much easier to just have stuff done. And you have the auto build, you can save builds that you made, so you can just pull out the builds that you need, you know, whenever you need it. So that's been pretty good with Zelda so far. And I have been like watching a few videos of Final Fantasy 16 and it looks great. Final Fantasy 16 looks fantastic. I want to play it. It's just I don't have any machine that can run that game. I don't have a PlayStation, I don't have a PS5, I don't have an Xbox. I don't really have a working PC that can run it either, so you know, just gotta, you know, work on that. Oh yeah, what else? A bunch of indie games. I don't even know if anyone has any indie games that they want to talk about. What's some indie games I've kind of just been keeping an eye on? Let's see. Not many, because most of them are kind of still in wish list mode. There was this one platformer that was on the Nintendo Direct where it's basically a yo-yo platformer. You're playing as a girl and you have like a cool yo-yo, and like the yo-yo can hang in the air. I forget what the name of it is, but it had like cool ideas for just platform movement in that game. So I'm feeling happy for that. Excuse me. Let's see. So far, so good. Still need to get in these spines here. Against these basic spines, refine this just a wee bit more. This is much more of a painterly style than Pastry Cats, I'll admit. This is a far cry from just me cel shading. And it's just me figuring out just alternate ways to just do my artwork these days. I'd say one nice thing about just doing stuff is there's no, like, you can still experiment while you're taking commissions and stuff like that. Yeah, it's totally valid to experiment even while taking commissions, because you're still drawing. It's just you're trying alternate stuff. I wish they would redo Lunar Silver Star story again. I think I've heard of that one. Lunar Silver Star. Wasn't that on the DS? Lunar Silver Star. No, I'm thinking about Magical Star Sign, actually. Never mind. Yeah, that was, I wish I could stay, Fran. Nice meeting you, Prime. Yeah, see you later. Yeah, have a good day. You know, you have a good day, and, I'll see you later. And, no, I'm not gonna leave, but you're leaving. But yeah, see you later. Yeah, original PlayStation. Okay. Alright. I'd have to look that up then. It's original PlayStation. Yeah, I will say that, some game companies are being decent about re-releasing their old stuff. Like, Konami's re-releasing Metal Gear, like the actual Metal Gear series, because they know that they're totally fucked without Kojima right now. But it's like, okay, they're re-releasing the entire collection. So that's actually pretty good for me because I've never played any Metal Gear games, and the Metal Gear collections aren't easy to get. So this is pretty good for someone who's totally about to just go boot up the PlayStation emulators and just play that through there. And that's kind of just the thing with piracy, is like, when you make it hard for me to get it, I'm just going to turn to piracy because I want it ASAP, and you're making it difficult for me to get it. And so far, so good. This looks good. like push this back. Push this down. Yeah, because again, the light's supposed to be like from top in. That should look. Alright. Still got a few things to figure out, but you know, that's I'm making it work. Alright. Plus a few more shading spots here. Working on some other shading. Okay. Well, things are looking better and better. That's good. This is real good. Let's see. Oh yeah, still need to refine her tail out here because her tail's also out here. Like her tail's like wrapping out over here, so I probably need to paint out there. But it is what it is. I'll at least complete these horns, and I should be in a decent spot in terms of shading. There's still some refining that I can do. Right now, I'm in just shade it, just render it, just get shading down. Don't worry about coloring, just get the basic shading, and you'll be a happy boy, Ryan. Just do the minimum right now. The minimum is work on the shading. And that's one thing that does help when it comes to getting over moments of block, is if you can revert your techniques back to the basics, you'll at least refine your footing in what you need to do right now. So, you know, if you don't know where you'd go next, you would say, okay, so how is this lit? Is this shaded right? Did you like render your lighting correctly? Is all the lighting in the right direction that you want? And obviously, you know, I'm constantly zooming in and out of my stuff in order to constantly see the big picture. Usually I would have my stuff on a separate monitor, but my preview windows covers chat pretty often. I'm like, you know, I should at least pay attention to chat enough. So I decided, you know what, sod it. I'll go back to my old techniques and just go look at things. Oh yeah, so far so good. Looking pretty good here. Get that working. Yeah, I still need to print a few more of my other pastry cat mats actually, because that still needs to get done. I still need to print some more of the pastry cat mat. I'll probably if I get this done within the next month or so, I think I'll probably just bulk order them together. That'll just be a nice large thing that I'll just have in my inventory. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I also have another, you know, I got conventions coming up. Now I've got a Matson Area Public Library Con coming in, July 7th, I believe. And that's coming up, and then the weekend after that, I believe on the 11th, is Comicopolis in Lockport. So that's coming up pretty soon for the next month, and I'm, you know, selling my work as well as many other artists. If you also follow my blog, you should check out Little Alice as well. She has a nice explanation of like how conventions work, and I'd want to like give her probably my third shout out of this, where she will just explain, you know, the process of doing conventions, what you're doing in life. And most of her YouTube channel has been like giving advice on, well, from an author's perspective. Like, I'm an artist, so you know, my artist perspective is pretty similar to hers, though. Like, you know, you still gotta get the table, you still gotta search for cons, you still gotta lift the stuff. So, you know, it's a lot of stuff that you probably wouldn't even realize goes into the losing my train of thought. Well, it's a lot of stuff that just goes into the process of doing cons in general, and there's a lot of stuff that you can easily miss. So, you know, she's really good with having a guide with that. And you know, if you follow my website, I have a recent blog post where it talks about her, you know, little Alice, and basically just talks about all that cool stuff. So stop by there and you'll totally dig it. Okay. I'm nearly done. So far, so good. But you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm just gonna completely rework this color. I think I'll just do this one color rework, where I just make this donut completely different than that. Yes, I'm gonna use the lasso tool for the first time in this session. Let's see. How much time do I actually have left? Alright, so I've been doing this for 30 minutes so far. That's pretty good. I am making actually good time working on this character. I'm happy that, you know, I don't take as long as you think I do when it comes to shading and coloring and stuff like that. Because I always like think, okay, with these giant pieces, I'm gonna take forever to do. But when I'm sufficiently concentrated and motivated to work, and, you know, I guess accountable, I can go as fast as I can, I think. And I'm able to at least work loose enough that I'm out of my own head, which is a slight positive when it comes to doing streams. Is when you're working on streams, you do work, and it's easy to just get into a flow state, because, you know, you're working on stuff, you're talking about your work, you're in your element, and, you know, when you know your stuff, it makes it easy to talk about, because this is what you're doing, this is your life. And you know, that's one like tough thing when it comes to just streaming. It's kind of like, yeah, sometimes you think, oh, I'm not very talkative during my streams, like I can't stream. I'm not like a hyper charisma motherfucker who will like be charismatic, or I don't have a like deep seated like conversation topics to talk about. Like, I don't talk about like game topics, or I don't like react to things, or I don't do like, you know, deep political commentary or cooking or bikini streams and things like that. So it's kind of like, alright, you're an artist, and that's mostly what you can really do. And there's nothing wrong with like being an artist and just doing art. Usually when people come to, well, in Twitch's case, the Twitch creative tab, they're here to watch people be creative. You know, they're there to show up, see like what's being made, some cool art that's being painted, and they're just vibing. It's mostly just vibe time right now. That's kind of just what we're all doing. It's vibing. It's vibe day. I think I could probably just lighten this donut as well. Let's lighten this donut just a little. It's kind of weird because it's kind of like, okay, I have all this stuff right here. Let's get rid of it. Then I'm going to invert the selection, and I'm simply going to, wait. Because I actually want to invert that selection, and then that'll be light. Because I want this to be like more of a, more orangey type donut. Like it, I want the bread inside, and then the cream outside and stuff like that. So, I actually don't even know what flavor this donut should be. Why am I making it? Lights. Wait, no. Push the, yeah, I should push the saturation of pastries more actually, because that's the point of these pastries. Like everything's super sweet. Oh, let me actually desaturate the background some more. Desaturate the background and desaturate this even more. Nah, that doesn't work. I have royally messed up. I'll come back to that later though, because I can just also work on this. Just use a lasso tool. And again, like, this is also another digital art foible where it's like, usually I don't have a lasso tool in my traditional art. I should just be able to just paint on top of this and make it more of a, I could just paint my, I could just paint normally, like, with normal brushes and things like that. And since I have a fill tool in the digital art program, I kind of just don't need to. But let's see, what color could I make you? You know what? How about chocolate? How about like a chocolate? Because I use pink pretty often. Pink's a common donut color, but I do want to represent. I do at least want to represent the white of Magic the Gathering a little. So maybe just white would be good. Yeah, because I believe that's a white card. That looks like a white card. Atraxia the Great Unifier. I believe that color is white. Maybe it's a color of many colors. So I see many colors together. I can make that work. Let me take a drink. Remember that. Not like getting in some like any chat notes here. All right, back to it. You know what? While I'm here, I'll continue my little personal techniques in working on donuts. Yeah, looking at this donut reminds me how much I also just completely given up on learning Blender. Like, there's a lot of Blender tutorials, and I just, yeah, Blender's like the weightlifting for artists. Is like a lot of artists are like, oh, I want to learn Blender sooner or later, and then they never get around to learning Blender because there's just so much stuff that you gotta spend time on. It's weird because I feel like I could learn Blender, because I learned pixel art pretty fine, and obviously there is a lot of techniques in Blender that I think I could probably like learn if I just took more of the time to do it. And I think another thing is I don't find there's something irrelevant in Blender that I think is relevant to learn for me. Like, I have an easier time learning new stuff if I can find a way to kind of just tilt it to what's relevant to me. Like, you know, with pixel art and stuff like that, I can transition my so when I was initially learning pixel art, I actually first started learning pixel art during a game jam because I had an interest in learning pixel art for this game jam, and it was a do or die situation. I either learned it or I wouldn't get all my art assets done on time. And funnily enough, we actually didn't even get our thing done on time, so whoop-de frickin' do. But I mean, I bought the Pixel Logic book from what's his name, Michael Azizi, and Aziz, I think it's pronounced. I'd have to look that up again. I purchased that book just so I could, just grind and just figure out, okay, what are the basics of pixel art? That's pretty much just it. It's like, I just got it for the basics, and I just took it and went. And I learned it, and I just learned the basic pixel art techniques to, just be able to transition my basic art skills to that. And since my art skills transfer pretty fine to pixel art, like it's just 2D art at the end of the day. It's just you messing around with 2D art, and there's really nothing else there's really not much to it. Like, learning pixel art is easier than you think. So, if you want to learn pixel art, I do highly recommend it. I think I might just get rid of the mask. Okay, I know what's up. Get rid of this. Like, wondering why the heck. Control S. I'm stretching. Yes, thanks, chat. I've been live for an hour 4 minutes. Has he taken a break yet? No, not yet. Probably for one more hour than I should be. Let's at least render the wood. Get that down. Push the red. back to, I should call this shading. Get back to this Copic texture. There we are. I think one thing that's also kind of like helping me out is like I'm not listening to my music. Like I can faintly hear it. That's been pretty good, but I think I've come to just finally just realize that I can't listen to music while I draw. I think sometimes I can do it, but I'd say a majority of the time I cannot. Like I've been, for me, like here, I have a tough time listening to music while I'm doing stuff like this. So, I mean, some tracks it becomes easy to listen to music, but other tracks I kind of just feel like it's probably just not my vibe. I just found out how many freaking things I don't have. Got it. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna paint on. Okay, I know what's up. Okay. Why is this happening? Alright, I know what's up. Erase it all. Oh, I see. Trying to like figure out like which layer it's gonna be. You know what? I think there's one where I'm like, okay, let's just go all the way back and you know what? I think I might just merge this right now. Just say fuck it and just merge it. Let's figure out which one is just over. Erase you. And just say fuck it. And just merge. And just make another save. Now we have a foreground. Fuck it all. Basically, these guys are now just stuck. So if I want to do like any refining, well, I'm stuck with that. Control S. Let's see. Donut's looking okay. Could probably do things like put some sprinkles or something on it. Looking at my refs here. I could probably put in like a bunch of rainbow sprinkles, kind of like represent all the different colors of magic. The gathering. Alright. Looking more at the bottle sheets. There's some little things that I can do here. I can readjust her face here. It should be pretty quick. Nothing I can't do. Right, and then this inner thing. I forget what this is. I see it on her like her actual painting, like a segmented thorax, kinda. But whatever works. You know, it's solid. I'll put her like little branches as darker as well. The little back branches. Because that's what it kind of look like to me. It's like little tree branches. Like, I'm sure actually horns and things like that, but they're protrusions in a way. Alright, have one. Oh yeah, after I do this, probably like, I don't know. After I do this, I'm not gonna stream till maybe next Wednesday. Like, I'm not gonna stream as frequently as I have been doing for the past week or so, because I think I'm kind of burned out on streaming a little bit. Like, not to the significant extreme, but I feel like, okay, trying to stream every day a week, you know, this was an okay experiment. So, I'll, like, go back to just streaming once a week, like I initially do. Because, yeah, streaming is still overall tough. And I am not a perfect person to be streaming, so during the redder. Look more like a thorax. Kinda, sorta. Kind of like staring at the refs and kind of like being like, that would be more reddish then. I could just fill it myself with like a fairly dark red. That could like solve most of those problems. But yeah. Okay. Then for the shading, just turn that turn the hue towards somewhere darker. Alright, that looks good. Now you kind of just color this in. It's no problemo. Keep at it. Keep on keeping on. Alright. Then kind of just get rid of so far so good. I probably could like give this character some white teeth. Yeah, give it the off white teeth. Good. Like do this and like do the shine. Okay. I also know there's like a slight crack to where I think they're antlers or whatever, so I'm gonna see if I can't do a bit more refining to that bit of line art. Like go on a bit of a grind, so to speak. Alright, so far so good. I'm kind of just refine the cracks just a little bit. Kind of need a nap. I think I can keep at this. It's funny. I drink like 2 cups of coffee, and yet I still feel like I need a nap. I think that's probably because my sleep schedule is just trash. Like, overall trash. Like, that's kind of just the thing, is no matter how much coffee you drink, if your sleep schedule's just not working, it's not even gonna matter, like, how much coffee you drink. But coffee does help me with my concentration. That's kind of like, that's a difficult thing to kind of just figure out, is what you do with all your coffee. Or at least what you do when you're tired and you want to sleep. But you want to stay up. That looks good. Yeah, like looking at this character some more and kind of seeing little details, and it's kind of like, alright, let's do things like there and things like here, and like refining as I go, like taking advantage of the thick and thin way. Save you. I feel like this spot could also be darkened as well. I should probably actually just listen to my music for once. What's actually playing right now? Let's see. Golden Axe music. I actually don't like this. This'll work. What the? Oh. I think that music was corrupted. File does not work. Which sometimes happens, where I just have some bad MP3 files. Difficult to really just get most of these game soundtracks because, well, fuckers don't distribute them, so what can you do other than, you know, pirate them off, you know, game rip websites? I do dig the Waterworld soundtrack. The Waterworld soundtrack for the Super Nintendo is a hidden gem for me right now. Like, I can't believe this music sounds that good. Yeah, this would be like more. Yeah, this would be more desaturated. I'm like staring at this now, figuring out, okay, what looks. That will refine the shading here. Ugh. That kind of looks good. I feel like it's could be slightly lighter. Slightly lighter. Yeah, just overthinking it. I wonder what the hell that gemstone is. Alright. I think clearly I just need to stand up and stretch. So I'm actually gonna walk away for a bit. I'll be right back. Alright, and I return. Okay. I'm a little stretched out, so let's get back to doing some stuff here. So, I think I've kind of just been overthinking this a little, so I'm just going to get to returning back to just shading, or not shading, but just refining just the shade, the lighting here. Get back to that. Yeah. Yes, I shouldn't be overthinking all this. This is supposed to be simple stuff. So I just need to be like out of my head for most of the part. So I'm gonna do this for another hour, and then I'm gonna do like me an hour of pixel art, and then that'll be that. I'll just do that, and then I'll wrap the stream. Oop. Come on. There we are. I think this is from Terranigma, right? Yeah, this sounds like it's from Terranigma. No, this is Contra. Oh, okay. I can never remember my music in these playlists. I just have like a playlist of general Super Nintendo soundtracks I like, and I kind of just stuff them in there. I do need to play a little bit more of Contra, though. I have, like, the collection on Switch, but I haven't really, like, dived super hard into, well, Contra on the Switch. Because there's only so much you can really say about Contra on the Switch. It's like, yeah, it's Contra. It's on the Nintendo Switchy 4. Like, what else is there? Kind of like, I had Nintendo points, so I just got that, and it was like on a discount, so I just got it. Not that huge of a deal. Alright. Just a wee bit more, It's a wee bit more refining. Should be good. That'll look good. Then we can just refine the find the little bits of lighting here. Add a little bit of lighting here. Kind of just get it looking thick with the CK. Well, not with the CK, with an actual like CK. I mean with a CC. But whatever. You know what I mean. Yeah, I think I've hit a point where I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just go over the paint lines because they're already here now. I still feel like this looks more like skin than the actual thing, because this looks more like muscle. Like I feel like this should be redder, actually. Yeah, well, maybe I'm looking too hard into it. That looks alright. Maybe like a yellowish rim light. That'll look good. I'll just give most of this a yellowish rim light, I'd say. I gotta just refine the shade just a wee bit. Okay. I don't like this because it's looking more like pillow shading than a proper rim light, which I want more is I want a rim light over pillow shading. I need to make it orange. Looks slightly better. Not perfect. That looks slightly better. Less. Kind of like looking at the painting some more and kind of like wondering what these little lines of I guess it's texturing. I'll assume it's texture. It does remind me of a few bits of the slightly better. Maybe I need to push this to be even darker pearl, because it's like got it. We'll just color it all in, and then saturate the crap out of even more. Yeah, I think I'm hitting a point where I'm now slightly losing I guess the sauce of it. So far, so good. I should probably like move on to like a different character. That'll work a little bit more for me. Atraxia. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of that character, so I'm gonna work on some other characters. So you're gonna be rearranged here. Yeah, much better. Yeah, sometimes when you're getting a little stuck on a drawing, I think a good idea is to kind of just just walk away from one part and just work on a different part. Because sometimes that's probably just what you need to do, is just go someplace else in the drawing to see it with a fresh pair of eyes. And that's like one thing that's probably contributed to me burning out on large illustrations, that I don't remember to prioritize what I need to do. Like, this is practically in a good state, but I could just let it go right now. So what I can do here is actually just work more and just rework the flat colors here. That's what I'm gonna do. You gotta like remember to do what you can and not like try to force yourself to do every tiny little technique in order to get yourself to just motivate yourself to just do the thing, because that's a one-way ticket, just burnouts, Phil. Come on. Am I on a transparent layer at all? Oh, I know it. What frickin'... It's possible I missed a spot then. I missed a few spots. Eh, well, I'll live. Alright. It'd be interesting if they remade Chrono Trigger. Like, they recently remade Mario RPG. Like, they totally could just remake Chrono Trigger. Like, it would probably crush, because there was a Live Alive remake, and it went pretty well. So, I mean, they should totally at least try. I mean, I don't know, like, if they're feeling pressure for, you know, all their, you know, all the hype and whatever. I'm sure, like, if they're really good, they won't, like, feel pressure, because they're Square Enix. At the end of the day, they're a faceless company. So, I mean, probably shouldn't be feeling pressure, but who knows? Alright. Okay. So you shall be red. That shall work. You'll be basically a strawberry shortcake. What's her face? Najila, that's her name. So you will be a silly little strawberry shortcake. Oh, it's not even in my reference pile? Come on. Alright, gotta go dig in the reference pile. You know what? I'll deal with the reference pile later. Right now, we'll just get the character down here. Okay, should work. Because I am slightly lazy. I'm not slightly lazy, I'm kind of like rolling pretty lazy. I'm kind of like, okay, we color in the approximation of the colors. Then should be down. Alright, 1. I just realized that I don't even have a line art for the fact that she doesn't wear gloves. But she totally wears gloves. Or she doesn't wear gloves yet. Like in her like Magic Gathering art, she's not wearing gloves. Like, look at this. No gloves, and she's holding swords. She would rip her, like, hands up. Like, I've used baseball bats and things like that, and I end up, like, badly tearing up my, I guess, hands sometimes. I'm kind of like, huh, is that why, like, people wear gloves and tape and stuff like that? Because, you know, the baseball bat will just fall apart yeah, basically. That's basically just how that goes, so... Control S. That should, like, go to the next flat. Save as flat 3. That way I can just indicate, oh hey, we're in the next phase of coloring these damn fuckers. I feel real sleepy. I wonder if I need to brew another pot of coffee, but it's like 4 right now. Honestly, I probably don't need to. Like, one notable thing with, you know, planning your days and stuff like that is that you kind of like realize that you don't have to be in hyper productivity mode all the damn time. Like, you can take a break on a Saturday afternoon. You don't have to be like in constant workahol mode. And as a psychotic workaholic, that seems blasphemous to me. Like, I feel like I'd be insane to take a break or like go outside and do something besides do art. But I kind of need to if I want to, you know, be remotely good. Like, I think one thing is that I could be doing right now is I could set my days up better so that I can plan my weeks out and not be constantly overworking myself and feeling anxious about the work that I don't do. Because if I set certain deadlines where, okay, you have 1 hour to do such and such, and you force yourself to not deviate from it no matter what, even if you don't get all your work done, you say, this is the work I've been doing, I'm not going to leave it, or I'm not gonna go back to it even if I feel super guilty. This is what I'm doing, this is the day, and I'm just going to let go of it until tomorrow. And that way you'll at least have the ability to make those work days count a little bit more, because you're now at more of a coherent schedule and not completely driving yourself nuts trying to be this hyper productive super robot worker. Yeah. Because otherwise you'll just end up driving yourself nuts from the stress and the frustration and making yourself sad and, you know, all that sad stuff. And with all the stuff I hear about, just, you know, people getting overworked to death, you know, Spider-Verse getting like 3 different versions of the same movie, you know, artists just getting constantly screwed with like the comics broke me stuff and all that stuff. And it's kind of like, yeah, it's cool to work hard. I mean, obviously when you work hard you get good results and all that stuff, but if you're doing it to the expense of your health, you're only gonna really be hurting yourself in the long run. It's gonna be just you just, I'd say, outright miserable in a way. It's difficult to explain really, because, you know, I'm kind of like being off the cuff with my thoughts at the moment. I don't even know how I even got to this subject, actually. Yeah, it just happened willy-nilly. You know what, since all these are gonna be... this up. Completely bork some of this stuff a little, but neither here nor there. I keep saying that as if that makes that much of a difference. And here I am hunching myself over once again. I should be rolling my chair closer to my workspace so I'm not hunching. One giant thing that can be a problem when it comes to, doing work is you don't have your table set up so you're not hunching. I have my table set up so I have the tablet as upright as I possibly can, but I also have it as close to, or at least I have the tablet screen as high up as possible so I don't have to hunch down all the time. And a lot of pro artists do that. A lot of professional artists will be like, all right, we'll put up the easel so things will, you'll just draw with your arm. You're more encouraged to draw with your shoulder, and you won't be hunching all the time. And having your easel up will allow you to, draw healthier and, again, draw more sustainable. You're not busting your back all the time. Alright. What this actually needs is white, which is good. Just need to paint this in white then. Again, just getting the little strawberry shortcakeness of this. And then probably like steal this donut color. This is basically a bread color. Probably like steal this as well. Basically, once you see the background stuff, okay, which ones don't need actual recoloring, because if it's covered up, you don't have to draw that shit. It doesn't exist as far as you're concerned. That's kind of the nature of like these different layers and layerings and things like that. But most of these things just have separate layers. Alright, that means it's actually connected. They like the Death Egg theme so much. Okay, this is kind of tough to do. I think one thing that I never like predicted is that I'm having several different red colors in one donut. So I'm probably gonna need to make this more of a darker red. Alright. I think I've sort of just run out of things to talk about overall. Because there's only so much I can really chat about when it comes to like just painting and painting some more. And just painting all the time. Because that's all I'm really doing is doing long bouts of coloring while music plays. That'll kind of work. Probably need to add some more line to this. I can add them later. Control S. I am absolutely yawning. I think I might not actually work on pixel art because I'm just freaking yawning right now. Kind of sort of works. But yeah, let's get back to the human girl. I actually cannot tell from this card art what color eyes she has, so she's just gonna have red eyes like her hair. Or maybe just brown eyes. Brown's the most common eye color in the world, so fuck it all. Even though she's a ginger, she's just gonna have brown eyes because that's how you do it. Oh, I thought she was gonna be a ginger. I sure wish I could be ginger. Freaking Doctor Who stuff. It's been a while since I've seen any Doctor Who anything. Like, I think I saw, the last time I saw Doctor Who was like Matt Smith. Then I guess I completely forgot about what's his name? Peter Molyneux Doctor? He's not. He's his Peter Capaldi, I think? I forget. Yeah, I haven't like kept up with a lot of the Doctor Who stuff. Actually, I'm kind of just doing a lot of this alpha lock stuff. That's what I should be doing, just having it on alpha lock. Have all this shit on alpha lock, man. I also noticed that she also has a cape, so I'm like, I should probably give her a cape too. She shall have cape. It's funny because I actually didn't even realize that was supposed to be a piece of cloth over like a armor accessory. But yeah, that is basically an undershirt for that cape accessory. I'm kind of like, oh, I didn't even know that. I also realized I didn't even put in her cape, which can be fixable. Yeah, let's refine the mouth a little bit, because I realized that I haven't bothered to work on the mouth. Yeah, push the saturation a little bit. Gotcha. Got you going. Alright. If I'm falling asleep, you're probably falling asleep doing this, because, you know, basically... this is basically just what drawing's about. It's just you're working on stuff that may or may not just cause you to fall asleep. And there's very little I can really do to, you know, make it more exciting than it really is, because, you know, it's drawing. Like, you gotta put in the work, even if it looks boring. Same with weightlifting. Weightlifting's fucking boring. You know, there's nothing around it. Like, it might be like exciting to scream, you know, swim with your friends, but doing anything with your friends makes things more exciting. But if you're doing, you know, weightlifting alone, it can be just heckin' boring. And I feel like that's also half the reason why a lot of people don't weightlift, you know, myself included, is that weightlifting in general is just kind of boring. You're kind of trying to sit in a bench and you're trying to like push up, basically just do a heavy effort thing, and you can't like turn on some music. It makes the roteness go away. But I'd say in general, like if you pick the wrong track or something like that, you might just get up and just dance and things like that. At least in my like personal experience, like, you know, me just messing around with my home gym. So figuring, sorry. I am just completely nodding off here. Yeah, let's refine this dragon just a little bit more. I almost got it. There's still so much still left. Almost got you. this is looking good. When I press harder, I like work a little bit on these folks. Yeah, maybe I can at least pad my time out just a wee bit more. Control S. I'm making progress, or at least flatting. Let's see. Where is that one? Up here. He's more of a dark red. Okay. A real dark red. Oh, she has little bits of meat in her. A little bit difficult to discern. I'm like looking at this character. This is a cutified version of this Magic the Gathering character. I'm kind of like looking at, okay, what am I doing for this one? What's this called again? Children. Apocalypse. Wait, no, it's not. No, it's not even in English. Crap. I'm assuming that's, sorry. I am. Yeah, I think after I this one, I just wrap the stream for the night, wrap the stream for the day, because I am clearly falling asleep. So let's just do this. Put you on red, slightly darker red, because I assume you're a black card. Yeah, you're a black card, so you're a Magic the Gathering black card. I'll put you in the category of this freaking dark black, and there we are. And then get back to just refining this just a wee bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm pretty much just saying what other words, to kind of just not make this super boring. But I'll admit I am kind of just falling asleep at the wheel. But I think this one will be faster. Kinda, sorta. I'd say I'm nearly done. Well, at least not nearly done, but I've passed the, maybe 40% mark on most of these characters. I mean, they all still need to be shaded. But I think I've got a majority of the difficult stuff done, like just straight from the line art phase. I do. We're gonna Hadouken all over the place, man. Yeah, that's Ryu from the streets, everyone. It's Ryu from streets. Hey everybody, it's Ryu from streets. My favorite things are drinking ice without water, stale bread, and dust. See you in Street Fighter 5, everybody. It's Street Fighter 6 now. Tuh. It's a little funniest crap I've ever seen, the frickin' Deeble Street Fighter thing. Yeah, Cogzone has a great soundtrack. Like, I hope that there's like a rock album, or at least some kind of like arranged album where it just has more of the Cogzone music with like actual guitars and things like that. It's funny, I've gone back to just my normal technique of just flat coloring stuff to fill them. Again, my dry drawing technique's kind of just practically the same. I haven't really done much with this. That's not it. There we are. I feel like I'm painting slower in a way. But I am making progress, not like it's not, it's just I'm feeling mega tired. Like legit sleepy. Like sleepy time needs to happen soon, I think. I don't know. And yes, this is probably the millionth time I've complained about how tired I am. And I apologize for that. This would be nice. Cherry or strawberry donuts. It'll be like blender donuts. Did it work? Yep, it worked. Good, good, good. Alright. One more pink donut, and that should work. I'll work on the L's and one else at a later date. Probably tomorrow, probably much later. Who knows? Just depends on what I want to do next stream. It'll work. Ugh. Alright, so far so good. I've made a decent amount of progress. Ugh. Gotta control SU because you're as good as I can get you right now. I'm still halfway through it, and that's 3 hours, but right now I just need to sleep. I might not actually stream working on more of this, but I will probably record myself working on it, so I'll do that. Or I'll just not. Depends on if I just wake up from my nap. Anywho's, I think I'm just gonna wrap the stream for today. I'll see you all next time. You know what? Let's see if there's anyone to raid. So let me actually look on Twitch. Let's find out like if anyone's streaming. streaming. Find out who's able to raid. No one's streaming right now, so I'll just wrap. Anywho, thanks everyone for stopping by. Thanks Roberta for hanging out. Thanks everyone else for stopping by the stream once again, and everyone have a good day now.